Try before we die. Single malt Scotch whiskey, we love it no lie. Way up in New Hampshire at the bitter end, we're gonna draw a number, then the drinking begins. This calling in Malcolm too. Some friends have got it, gonna do a show for you. Bottles will open, glasses will clink. They'll take a drink and let you know just what they think. Try before we die with a bearded man and a British guy.
Hey, it's a bonus episode. And so there's a few aspects to bonus. It's a bonus. We've got the crew. We've got Kevin and G-Man. We don't have Malcolm. So we're representing his favorite beverage that doesn't have alcohol and his second favorite sports team, because I think he's a big Arsenal fan, but we didn't have an Arsenal bar towel mouth. So sorry about that. Some of you know that. We just pulled his leg. So it's a bonus episode, which means we know what we're drinking. And so I'm of the opinion, let's have some whiskey, gentlemen.
Let's have a drink.
Let's have a drink, Colin.
And I think we're all familiar with this bottle.
Oh, yeah.
But we haven't pulled it on the show. So it's just an opportunity to try it when we know what we're getting into. So I'm just going to have a little sip of this first.
Palate cleansing.
Yeah. So what do we have here? We have the Balvenie 14-year-old Caribbean cask, extra matured in rum cask. So that means it spent time in the bourbon casks to begin, and they finished it in a rum cask. Further maturation in Canadian rum casks enhances the Balvenie's vanilla notes, whilst adding spicy aromatic qualities to the whiskey. Again, the fact that I, as I read, again, this is not rehearsed, right? Even though we know what we're drinking, we didn't spend a lot of time with the bottle in advance to try and be smooth and slick. We're just going for the experience as always. I'm not going to read the back, too much struggle there. And no, Mal, I don't need glasses. Like you need glasses. I can't even see you. Where are you, Malcolm? The Balvenie 14 Caribbean cask. G-Man, do you have any recollections on flavors you're going to be paying attention to?
I'm going to be looking for a definite, a light molasses, a sweet vanilla, and the vanilla oak and the vanilla from the rum are going to show up different for me. I just remember that the rum definitely, it has all of those compound vanilla sweet flavors, and I'm going to be looking to try to split those apart.
All right. Kevin, any thoughts? I know this is, I think, one of your favorites.
That's actually my all-time favorite. I will buy a bottle of that every chance I get whenever I'm at the liquor store.
Okay.
Definitely those vanilla flavors, and the sweetness for sure comes out a lot in that one.
All right. The rum casks, and again, they label this the Caribbean cask, but it's a rum cask, was my first unique semi-rare bottle I had ever bought in England in 2008 at Stratford-upon-Avon. Mal, who lived there many years ago, he was sort of but he hunted with a Shakespeare, right, in his hometown. It was Springbank 1 of 5,000 rum cask. 2008. How many years ago was that?
Yes.
Lively.
Still got a good pop.
Good
Lively. All right. G-Man. You're going to... there's too much... Mom, you're going to have to do yourself.
All right. Cheers. Oh, no. Sorry.
All right. I'll bring it back over. Oh, even a nicey squeak re-entry. So the Balvenie 14-year-old Caribbean cask. Extra matured in rum. Original casking in bourbon casks. Probably from America. Rum from the Caribbean, which I would imagine is Jamaica?
It's got to be the Indies.
What's another Caribbean nation that's a rum-producing country.
Bahamas.
All of them.
Bahamas, yeah, all of them. From the Caribbean. It doesn't give us the origin of the Caribbean cask. All right. Kevin?
Yes, sir.
All right. Honey Golden?
Mm-hmm. Dark.
Again, looking for the legs.
Little leggy.
Yeah, it's definitely holding the top of the liquor.
I'd expect this to leave a sugary sweetness on my lips.
I've not experienced
No.
that. No.
But
Very
I've been
sweet.
surprised before.
Yep, very sweet on the nose. None of that classic whiskey burn. No medicinal nosing.
No.
Yeah.
Extremely smooth. It's always just that super smooth. Sometimes a little chilled, maybe with just a single ice cube in it, but even by itself, room temperature. Like I said, it's my absolute favorite.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Very smooth.
None of that sugar coating that you
No,
were anticipating
no.
or talking about.
Not at all. It's there, but it's subdued.
Yeah, it's not on my teeth.
No.
It's not lingering in my mouth.
No
It
sticky in
washes
the lips.
back.
Yeah, it goes right down.
I bet I've probably had 20, 30 bottles of this, and I bet I've had one bottle that I was like, that one tastes a little different, or that's a little off. They've all been good.
Right. Again, Kevin brings up a good point that consistency is this funny thing in the whiskey world, right? Because they're not using the same casks again and again and again and again, right? So they're taking flavors on from unique casks every time. And so one of the things they'll do for consistency will be to add a caramel coloring. Gosh, I think the glass expanded here. That's so interesting. Let's see if this is a no color added. And so because this bottle, and Kevin notes he gets it a bunch, it's likely that this would be that they may add, let's see, this single malt spent many years maturing in traditional whiskey oak casks before being transferred to casks that had previously held Caribbean rum for the final period of maturation. So I don't see no color added. So there's a caramel coloring that whiskey is allowed, Scotch whiskey is allowed to add to, for consistency's sake, so that the bottles will always look the same in a standard release that they anticipate releasing for a period of time, right? That's not about flavor at all. That's just about coloration. The flavor they can't control in the sense of the set of casks they've just received that they're going to age in. Maybe something in the wood is going to be more vanilla or a little less molasses or whatnot. So I think your point is well taken that you've noticed some subtle differences in the bottles over the years.
Oh, absolutely. And even this one is, I will say, slightly more oaky than the bottle that I have at my house.
Yep.
And just noticeable enough, but not in a bad way.
It dawned on me, and it's something worth considering. There's, for all intents and purposes, 3 different kinds of rum. There's the dark rums, which this is not lending any flavor profile to. There's the white rums, which I'm nosing. I'm getting a white rum aroma. A little. And then there's the spice rums, the golden rums, like your Captain Morgan's. I don't think this comes from a spice rum. I think this might be a white rum barrel.
That's an interesting thought,
because the flavors would be big.
Yeah. That's an interesting thought because I agree with you on the light rum nosing.
Yeah.
And not that spiced rum for sure.
Right.
I feel pretty good ruling that out. I'll agree with you. And so then you'd wonder, is there a blend of some dark rum and some light rum casking? Right.
It's just an enjoyable drink.
We'd have to ask David Stewart, the master distiller for Balvenie.
Mm-hmm.
If you could just get back to us on that and tell us what you know.
Right. Because we know you're watching, Dave. We know it. So why don't we wrap up this bonus episode? We're recording this on New Year's Eve, but this will be released in January. So our toast tonight will just essentially be that traditional New Year's Eve toast. And though you're going to get it later, it was delivered today. So to all y'all, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
That goes down easy for
It
like
does.
11 in the morning.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And with just a splash of water, it really mellows things out.
Ooh, water, like I said, a single ice cube.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
All I've ever done.
Oh, did you put some water in?
I just dashed it a little
Yeah.
bit, and it really, really brought that white rum flavor out.